We're at a banana leaf shop,
Yeah?
which is one of the best things ever on the planet.
How's it going?
I've lost Matt, sorry. Let me try that
Lost
again.
me, sorry mate.
No, I'm sorry, I got too excited. I saw the food. And I'm telling you, this is one of the best places ever to experience what food is really all about. It's what you call a typical banana leaf shop.
I'll take your word for that.
Yeah.
Signs are good.
Oh, you get my girl, my friend. Oh, don't worry, we're not going anywhere.
That would be a clue. How are you? I'm Matt. How are you? You all right? You okay? Very nice.
So Matt, let me show you what the
He's
food's
smiling.
about.
He's a Man United fan. He's smiling.
Oh, he's smiling because of the food. So, my God, they have biryani. So this is what you call extremely healthy food.
Yeah.
So this is what you normally have before you hit the gym. You see the oil and the... No,
You're saying that without a smile, yeah.
so you have a wide array. You got your crabs, you got your muttons, you got your chickens, you got your eggs, your fish, fried stuff, veggies over there.
Where do you start? Where do you start on
What
that?
I normally like to start off with is the biryani, because that's I can never go wrong with biryani. But what you normally have here, if you can see, is they'll have your white rice, and then an assortment of all this stuff.
Yeah.
You might have a good nap afterwards, but God bless me, it's the best thing ever.
Oh, it looks lovely. I've had a massive breakfast, so look,
No, it's okay,
it's
don't
not getting
worry.
any smaller here.
Come on, Matt, this is your first time in Malaysia, so we have to do this.
I'll have a little bit of everything.
Yeah. When, how old were you when you
during the 07-08 season, I guess. Started watching football.
10 years or so, yeah?
Yeah, around 10 years.
Why Manchester United?
Because by the time I started watching football, they were at their prime. So perhaps one of the reasons. My parents, like my father, he used to be a Liverpool fan.
Right.
Because during his time, Liverpool were at their prime.
Fair enough.
Yes.
So your father was a Liverpool fan, so you decided to be a United fan, which means this fella is a bit of a rebel.
Yeah, it's going to say, yeah. Father, son.
Yes.
You
Sometimes
didn't get
we
on,
don't have all those things.
Would you like to try the chicken biryani? I've ordered the mutton. Or you can have either one.
Just put whatever, yeah.
Put
it on.
Yeah.
Lovely. There we go.
Oh, that looks good, man.
Thank
Would you like a fork and spoon, man? That's okay?
No, let's do it traditional.
Okay.
We get in.
Okay, you say Jose Mourinho, right? You are a Jose Mourinho fan, fair enough. I'm just putting this across. When he first got rid of Wayne Rooney and all that stuff, and they were winning 3-0, 4-0, 3-0, 4-0.
Yes.
And then they had that Liverpool game at Anfield when they went really, really defensive. You can just use this to lessen the spice.
Yeah, I think I might.
You mean last week's game?
No, this is the season
previous,
before.
Okay.
So you've gone from playing very attacking football to a certain brand of football where nobody knew what they were doing to a certain extent.
Yes.
I would just like to know why, if you can also just add value to it, why a team can play so good at one period of time and then immediately after one or two little things that happened at the Tottenham game at Wembley when he took off Paul Pogba, was it last season I think? And then
last season.
yeah, and then the Liverpool game as well. It all started to go downhill after that. What were you thinking when that happened?
I think the problem starts with the manager himself. Maybe his tactics, the way he handled the players. Obviously, Mourinho didn't have a very good relationship with the players. I mean, look at Pep and Klopp, how they sell their players in front of the media and all. They are very positive. But Mourinho, he always lashes the players in front of the media and all. So I think that's a step back from what could happen positive. So I think it's where all started, and maybe the tactics by Mourinho is a problem as well. It's okay to be defensive.
Yeah.
He's well established for parking the bus and all these things.
Yeah.
But going the same way against the mid-table teams or against the teams that sure shot we can make a victory, I think that's what brought him down.
No, I agree. I mean, there are many reasons, I think, but I just didn't understand Mourinho from the start. I mean, he never looked to be enjoying that role, which many would consider the biggest job in the world, in a football sense, and managerial. And it seemed a trial for him from the start, really. And I mean, he was living in the hotel. All little rumours were there. He didn't help himself really, and like, it seemed like he was intentionally challenging or going against the players, and that's never going to work.
Yeah.
I find it really surprising. I mean, you can test them a little bit, but you've got to have a balance there. We don't know because we don't see behind closed doors, but the players are obviously beginning to resent it for whatever reason. And once you lose the dressing room, doesn't matter who you are, you're going to struggle, and that was the end result. For me, the writing was, well, on the wall and beyond after that performance against Newcastle at home. In that first half, that was the performance of players who have lost the manager, or vice versa. They don't, I'm not saying they don't care, they care about themselves and they care about the supporters of the club. But they just lost their way.
Yes.
And the players turned that round at half time. Mourinho didn't turn that round for them. Just their professional pride. They thought, right, hang on boys, this is embarrassing now. They just lost the plot. And really, in hindsight, things probably should have changed then. Because once you get to that level, it's not coming back round. But surprising though, isn't it? You know, manager Mourinho's pedigree and his quality has allowed that situation to develop. I don't know. Sometimes it's almost like he's engineered his way out of it. Yes.
So comparing to that and current United situation, how important is the manager-player relationship?
Wow, good question. With that, I think, say in Leicester's instance, Ranieri was massively influential. But the biggest thing, the best thing he did was actually not change a lot.
Yes.
Because Leicester were on the upturn anyway, under Nigel Pearson, and he left for non-footballing reasons. And Ranieri did well to recognise that, and just kept it there, but he managed the situation very well, the expectancy. So, a different situation, I suppose, at Manchester United, because things do need changing, don't they, there?
Yeah.
Solskjaer's come in, but he's changed that already. He's changed the atmosphere, the approach, the environment, through his personality, more than tactically. You know, everything he said has been quite simple and straightforward, hasn't it?
Everyone will have a chance, they can come approach me.
The standard things, really. But he's been open, but he said, apply yourself. One key thing is the best teams in the world always work the hardest.
Yeah.
So maybe that wasn't happening before because of their resentment from the players. But now, if you're enjoying yourself, whatever line of work it is, your work, if you're happy, content and enjoying it,
you'll go that extra mile.
Yeah.
I don't think winning
better,
or losing matters, the way they play.
Really? Winning or losing?
No, the way they play, the way they express themselves on the field.
Yeah.
I think that's what matters. That's what fans are looking for.
What are you looking for moving forward?
The way they play. I hope for a better football. The way under Mourinho was too lackluster.
The game against Cardiff?
The game against Cardiff was
5-1.
quite
More
different. I think they could have gone more. 6 or 7 could have done justice. Yeah, but
I said that.
I don't think so. They'll have everything on that day. Maybe they are reserving some for the upcoming games.
Just in that day itself, first time a United squad has scored 5 goals in a Premier League game since Ferguson left.
Since Ferguson.
Yeah.
It's the first time this season or the season before something that they've outrun the opponents.
Is that right?
Yeah, those two things.
And the first time their goal difference has come to 4, possibly 4.
Yeah, but those two things, the 5 goals in a game and outrunning your opponents is pretty much says what was happening at that club before that.
Yeah.
Was it a bit of a shock to you when you saw the stats?
It wasn't a shock. I thought they were going to win because they had to prove themselves.
Yeah.
That because once Mourinho was sacked, the players can't blame anyone else except for themselves. So I
still think he's a bit of a Jose fan,
I won't entirely blame Jose, but
no, I don't.
But his tactics made the difference. Maybe. And his relationship with the players.
When he came to the club, most people were happy, weren't they?
Yes.
Initially.
Because he's a high-profile manager.
Yeah.
And he did meet success with other clubs: Chelsea, Real, Inter, Porto, all these teams.
That's why it surprised me how poorly he did, really. He caused his own problems at times. But I think you're right to mention, the players as well, because irrespective of what they thought the manager or his system, his tactic, you've got a duty to perform as well, and you can't condone that in terms of the stats.
Yeah.
Ground covered. I know the players could turn around and say, well, the manager didn't want us to
Yep.
run there. He wanted us to sit off. But even so, you can't legislate for that, really. And they, you know, you've got to hold your head up high and ask yourself questions as well, because you've got a duty to the supporters. You can't just down tools, which they pretty much did at times.
Yeah.
So they need to be accountable as well. But you look at the attacking talent that they've got there. It's as good as anyone in the league. I don't care what you say. I know Liverpool, Manchester City, maybe more depth in midfield, Manchester City. But
Even
you know,
most of the
Rashford-
clubs are playing without strikers.
yeah, the players they've got.
Yes.
You know, which again, but then you have to look at Mourinho and say, why can't I get better out of those talented players? But
And it didn't help they all scored in that game against Cardiff. Martial scored,
Yeah.
Lingard scored, Rashford
Yeah.
scored.
All three scored.
Yeah.
Martial, he looked a world beater the other night, didn't he?
Yeah.
That is what he's capable of. And he really looks like the type of player who needs
Bit of a-
encouragement
yeah,
and
bit of an
boost.
arm,
yeah.
yeah.
And Mourinho wasn't there to give it to him.
Yeah. Mourinho was not there to show him support when his first kid was born, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm here to show you
Yeah.
support.
He
Like,
was publicly criticizing him for not turning up.
yeah, my friend. Sorry. I gotta go wash my hands first, but can you just open
Thank
up the
you.
shirt? No, open up the shirt.
Okay.
It's the official Man on the Street shirt.
You're the man, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just show to the cameras. I know, I mean, his both hands
that.
are in the line of
No,
view.
What are you
join
doing
in.
to me?
Just join in with the chicken.
Yeah. Just give me a high five like this. No, 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 no.
I've got both hands here.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like having another plate, but no. I'm gonna diet.